is evaluated especially when you are giving the value of basic numbers like prime numbers, log 2, log 3, log 5, log 7, and the likes. And they ask you to evaluate the logarithm of a number that you can break down into these smaller units. For example, we want to evaluate log A, we want to evaluate log of 0.08, which is same thing as log of 8 over 100 when you convert 0.08 to fraction. So if you apply the law of logarithm to this, if you resolve this, you have log 8 minus log 100. Don't forget that in our previous example, we said log A minus log B gives you, since they have the same base, it can be simplified into A over B, log A divided by log B. So since the base are the same thing, if you have this, you can resolve it back into this. This one will give this later when you simplify back. So in this case, don't forget that 8 is 2 to the power of 3. So we have log 2 to the power of 3 minus log 10 to the power of 2. So we can throw the power to the back. We have 3 log 2 minus 2 log 10. 2 log 10. Now, when you don't see any number on the base of logarithm, it means it is naturally base 10. So this implies that you now say what is log 2 base 10 as given. From here, look at the question. Log 2 base 10 is 0.30, 0.3010 minus 2 times this one. You know this one is log 10. I told you when you don't see any number at the base, it means base 10. Log 10 base 10 is 1. Log 5 base 5 is 1. Log 7 base 7 is 1. Log x base x is 1. So from here, if you multiply this one now, 3 times 0.3010, if you use a 3 to multiply it, you will have a 0.9030. So minus 2. How do you subtract this? Don't forget in logarithm, number after the decimal, we call it mantissa. And the whole number before the decimal, we call it characteristic. The characteristic here is negative 2, while the characteristic here is 0. So it's like we have 0.9030 and you have about 2.0000. So we're going to add together. We're not subtracting because that negative is what we have written as bar 2 here. So this one, when you have it, it will give you bar 2. And this is 9030. So your final answer for this part is bar 2.9030. So that's the answer. We go to the B part and see how that also works out. So for part B, we are to evaluate log of 2.8 base 10. Converting this to fraction, we have log of 28 over 10. But 28, if you break it down, 28, 28, that is 14, 14, 7, 7 here, 1, that's 2 times 2 times 7, that's 2 to the power of the same thing as log of 4, which is 2 times 2, times 7, 4 times 7, over 10. So base 10. For this one, we can easily switch it as, we can easily write it as, this is written as log of 2 square plus log of 7 minus log of 10. So moving the power to the back, you have 2 log 2 plus log 7 minus log 10. So which later gives log 2 from here is 0 0.30, 0.3010 plus log 7 is 0 0.8451 8451, then minus this one means log 10, and without base means base 10. Log 10 base 10 is 1. So we can now multiply this 2 times 0.3010 times 2. We have 0 0.602 plus okay, there's 0 point here, sorry, plus a 0 0.8451 minus 1. So if you add all this together, you know this one means 1.0000. That one is any whole number before decimal is characteristic. So add all this together. 0 points, this and this, if you add them, so we have, because if 1 plus 2, this one is 0, sorry, to make it 4 decimal places. 1 plus 0 is 1. So 5 plus 2 is 7. 4 plus 0 is 4. And 8 plus 6 is 14. So that means you write 4. The next one, you carry it over. And the carryover has become characteristic. So minus 1.0000. So if you simplify this, you have 1.4471, then by 1.0000. So if you add, you have 1744 points. 1 plus by 1 is like 1 plus negative 1, so it's 0. You get 0 0.4471. That's the answer you get for logarithm of 2.8. That means logarithm of 2.8. Keep this. Please, let's keep this in mind because we need it in BII, where they say hence. Hence means use the previously obtained answer, the answer you just obtained, to find n in this equation. So if you go to BII, let me remove this. Okay, BII. We are to evaluate this equation. But since they say hence, that is, we don't need to recalculate this. We can use the value we got for this. But unfortunately, this one, the difference between this one and the answer we got is for log 2.8. But here we just have 2.8. That means for us to be able to use this value, since this value is for log 2.8, not just 2.8. That means we need to introduce log. And for us to introduce log here, we need to introduce it to the left too, because whatever you do to the left side, you must do it to the right side of any equation. So now take log of both sides so that we have log of n to the power of 0.8942 equals log of 2.8. So from here, we can throw the power to the back. We have 0.8942 log n equals to, where we have log 2.8, let's just use the value we obtained in BI, which is 0.4471. So we can now divide both sides by the coefficients of log n here. Divide both sides by this. So we have logarithm of n equals to 0.4471 divided by 0.8942. So we have log of n equals to, if you simplify the answer we have here correctly, 0.4471 divided by 0.8942. If you divide correctly, you should get 0.5, which is 1/2, which is 1/2. So I told you something the other time. Don't forget that the base of this logarithm, since there's no base there, it means base 10. So I told you, a moment the base has gone to the other side to carry the value there as power, then logarithm will disappear and you have n. You have n equals to 10 to the power of base 2, which implies that n equals to power of half is same thing as square root of 10. So that's what we have there. Don't forget the aspect where I said if you have something like this, do not forget that if you have log of n equals to 1/2. So what we're trying to do here is that this one means log of n equals to 1/2 times 1. And that one, you can write it in the form of, maybe if this one is 10, base 10, for example, move this part to the front. So we have log of n equals to, so if you move this to the front, you have log of n equals to log 10 to the power of half. But don't forget this one is base 10. Even the one here too is base 10. So this and this already go because we can equate the value in their front, which is n to the power of 1/2. So which is square root of 10 to the power of half is square root of 10. We still get what we have there. Please subscribe to my channel.